Okay, so what's the deal? Shemay, our son, the voice of reason, holding it down Wednesday morning here in Philadelphia. I am part of an organization at my son's elementary school, JDOD, Jenks. That's Jenks Dad's on duty. We hold it down every morning, making sure the kids get in school safely, maintaining traffic, so on and so forth. We found these posters, these flyers posted outside of the school. One on the trash can. There were a couple more on a couple of the stoplights there, and then one a little further down the street on the PPA payment john. So this is what we're dealing with this morning here in Philadelphia in the Chestnut Hill section of the city. It's important to say, first of all, that the Jenks Academy is a fantastic school, and the school officials have been nothing but supportive of the things that JDOD does and that we've been doing with the kids. This is just happening this morning, but it's the kind of thing that we don't want to be missed. We want to make sure that all the parents that have children there are aware that this is going on, and that all the appropriate measures are being taken. If anybody's got questions, hit me up.
Thank you, dear brother, for highlighting this as a public service to your community. Let's put it up full mass. If you notice in the background, you see the imagery says, "Rise, white man, preserve posterity." The video was posted Wednesday morning by our son, the voice of reason, a local musician and father of a student at Jenks Academy for Arts and Sciences in the Chestnut Hill area of Philadelphia. The presence of these flyers near the school should not be a surprise given the student population of the academy is over 80% Black. This is an intimidation tactic. Now, who are the Jenks dads on duty? It's a local group of men promoting safety at the Chestnut Hill School. They're doing their part to help keep students safe. The group is made up of grandfathers, fathers, brothers of students at the Academy of Arts and Sciences. The men do everything from directing traffic to assisting parents as they escort their children to and from school grounds. Let's put it up. This year and last year has seen a rise in white supremacist propaganda around that same area. Back in February of this year, a local resident named Marilyn Kraut returned home one Thursday afternoon to notice a baggie containing 2 flyers on the front steps. The one flyer read, quote, "Our children pay the price for our inaction, stand up, white man." The other flyer was an ad for a white supremacist propaganda film entitled Europa, The Last Battle. When I read that, I knew it was some white supremacist thing, said Kraut. A Cheltenham resident, Kraut, who is Jewish, said she grew up in a prejudiced environment in Jacksonville, Florida. So she wasn't surprised by the literature. Her husband, David, who grew up in Philadelphia and was a Holocaust and has Holocaust survivors in his family, had the opposite reaction. "I was shocked," he said. "It's not something I'm used to." All right. So while the crowd said they were the only ones on their block to receive the flyers, then Springfield Township Board Commissioner Eddie Graham, in the picture, said residents in the neighborhoods of Glenside, Flourtown, and Windmore also reported seeing the flyers on their properties. Graham, however, told the local police that police leadership told him in private meetings that they do not believe the circulated literature rises to the level of a crime. Graham said he does not agree because he views the flyers as an act of racial intimidation. And here's another dynamic worth mentioning. In addition to it being racial intimidation, it's a community nuisance. That's an ordinance violation. It also, as an intimidating factor based on race, well, that's a federal violation. And if it is related to anyone who lives in a home, well, now you have a federal housing issue that takes the authority to the federal government. It allows for the federal government to have jurisdiction And in order to get the flyer affixed to the property, they have to commit criminal trespass to do so. So I'm no police officer, but damn it, I could have found at least 2 or 3 avenues to deem this behavior to be criminal in nature. Let's put it up. It is worth noting, in March, Graham unfortunately resigned after a year of trying to get a local police organization to not use the Blue Lives Matter flag as its logo. Graham, the first and only Black commissioner and the first Black president of the Springfield Township Board of Commissioners, said he wanted to give a voice to Black residents and work on issues that bring equity and unity to the community when he was elected 8 years ago. Instead, he said he was met with hate and humiliation. They're not taking it seriously, some say. I say they are. The police are taking it seriously, so seriously that they're willing to engage in systemic cover-up, bias, policing, in order to not prosecute, not arrest, not truly investigate what is in front of them. These are intentional actions. It looks like neglect, but it is very much so directed action to serve an agenda. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem that they are working for the people that pay the taxes there. All right, we're gonna follow up on this story. Jackson, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know, the stand-up white man. Let's talk about how incredibly common white people are within the United States, especially given the fact that over the decades, groups that weren't considered white are now considered white. I'm half white. White people are everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. It was as of 2020, there were 231 million white people in the country. 75.8%, if you include white Hispanics, are white. You know, when the Irish first came over here with the potato famine, they was dirty, they wasn't white yet, but now they white. Italians wasn't white, now they white. So again, like there's literally no shortage of white people, but the bigger issue obviously is the fear of it becoming more brown. And you know, you got Donald Trump, you got Tucker Carlson, you got the entire American right wing, the Republican Party, everybody on television, the culture war, which is doing nothing but fanning the flames of racism. And so that issue in this country has not gone away. But the irony of it all is that there's no shortage of white people. My mother's white, I'm white. Like but again, that's a problem to them, is it not? You know what I'm saying? That's a problem to them. So, but there's nothing they can do about it. Unfortunately, they're kicking and screaming on their way down, but it's a battle that we got to keep on fighting because we can't let them win.
There you go. Well said.